Everything Star Wars coming in 2019. Books. Pirate's Price is a junior novel coming out on January 8th, 2019. The junior novel will feature Han and Chewbacca teaming up with Hondo. Pirate's Price is part of the Fight of the Falcon series. Queen's Shadow is a young adult novel by E.K. Johnston, coming out on March 5th, 2019. The book is about Padme's path from queen to senator. The summary says, quote, "Together with her most loyal handmaidens, Padme must figure out how to navigate the treacherous waters of politics and forge a new identity beyond the Queen's shadow," close quote. On April 9th, 2019, a reference book titled Star Wars Icons Han Solo will be released. The book will chronicle the creation of the character, feature interviews with cast and crew, full of rare imagery, and featuring candid on-set photos and concept art. Master and Apprentice, written by Claudia Gray, coming out on April 16th, 2019. This is without a doubt the Star Wars book that I'm most excited to read. The book will focus on Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi in the time before Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace. I'm excited for this one because of the unknown factor to it. I don't know what to expect. And as someone who only recently started watching some prequel era stuff, this will fit right in. Star Wars Alien Archive Species Guide was actually released this year in the UK, but it will be available in the US on April 30th, 2019. As the summary says, this comprehensive collection will tell you all you need to know about the aliens of the galaxy. In the summer of 2019, we're getting another Thrawn book by Timothy Zahn. This one is called Thrawn Treason. I won't spoil anything by reading the synopsis here because it kind of ties into Rebels and Rogue One, and I haven't read Alliances yet, but this is definitely a must-read for me. I recently finished reading Thrawn last month, and I'm excited to hop on over to Alliances, and then when I'm done with that, jump into Treason. Alphabet Squadron is an upcoming novel by Alexander Freed. It will release on June 4th, 2019. The book is set after Return of the Jedi, and according to the summary, quote, 5 former rebel pilots transform from hunted to hunters as they strike out against the vestiges of empire, close quote. Shows. The Clone Wars Season 7. While we do not have an official concrete release date, we do know that the Clone Wars will be released on Disney's upcoming streaming service called Disney Plus. And we know that Disney Plus is launching in the fourth quarter of 2019, according to Bob Iger. While this is pure speculation on my part, I would be willing to guess that the debut of the Clone Wars will coincide with the debut of the streaming service. I could be wrong. Obviously, we have no idea how far along they are in the production of the show. It could release sometime in the year 2020 for all we know. Regardless, I'm excited, and if I had to put my credits on something, I would say The Clone Wars will release in the fourth quarter of 2019 as well. The Mandalorian. Set 3 years after the Battle of Endor, the show will follow the travails of a lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy far from the authority of the New Republic. Pedro Pascal will be in the show and is rumored to play the lead. Once again, there's currently no official release date for the show, and it's kind of the same deal as Season 7 of The Clone Wars. It's releasing on Disney Plus, the Disney streaming service. Production is currently underway, so it could release alongside the streaming service or later, same deal. And if I had to guess, we'll see The Mandalorian in 2020. And it's also the same deal with the unnamed Cassian Andor live action show. We know it's on the horizon. I'm sure we won't see it next year. Most of these things will probably come after Episode 9 releases. It'll be a big build up to Episode 9, and then we'll get the TV shows releasing. At least that's my guess. Parks. Galaxy's Edge, Disneyland, and Disney World Star Wars Park Edition are scheduled to open in 2019. Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland is said to be opening in the summer of 2019, and Galaxy's Edge at Disney World will open late fall of 2019. I live about 2 hours from Disney World in Orlando, and while I am excited to eventually go down to the park, I am in no rush. It'll be an absolute madhouse. I went to the Harry Potter edition at Universal's Islands of Adventure the first week it opened, and goddamn, I'm willing to wait a couple of years. Movie. Star Wars Episode 9, directed by J.J. Abrams, is slated to release on December 20th, 2019 in the United States. And it goes without saying, my excitement for every other piece of Star Wars entertainment listed here in this video gets trumped by my excitement for Episode 9. Event. Star Wars Celebration will take place on April 11th through April 15th in Chicago at McCormick Place. Game. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is an upcoming game from EA and Respawn Entertainment that will tell the story of a surviving Padawan set shortly after the events of Revenge of the Sith. The game is slated to release holiday of 2019. comics. Now, a bunch of individual issues will be releasing in 2019. I don't read individual issues, I wait for the big volumes to come out, so here are some of the trade paperback volumes being released in 2019. Dr. Aphra Volume 4, January 8th, 2019. Darth Vader Dark Lord of the Sith Volume 4, The Black Fortress, February 12th, 2019. Ewoks, Flight to Danger, March 19th, 2019. Star Wars Legends Epic Collection, The Old Republic Volume 3, April 2nd, 2019. Star Wars Volume 10, The Escape, April 9th, 2019. And Star Wars Tales from Vader's Castle, May 7th, 2019. And that's a bunch of Star Wars stuff coming out next year. I'm sure I missed a few things like mobile game nonsense, and I'm sure a few things haven't even been announced yet. But the two things that I'm most excited for, besides Episode 9, because that's number one obviously, are the Master and Apprentice novel and the Jedi Fallen Order game. Let me know what you're most excited for in the comment section below. HelloGreedo, out.